Let me start out by remarking that I believe whatever I have to say will apply equally well or badly to every sort of fiction. In fact, I don't think any real distinction exists between science fiction and any other kind. Science fiction is at most a set of literary techniques. These techniques are helpful in dealing with certain aspects of life. For instance, by sending the hero to a different planet, we can convey some sense of the wonder of this universe, of life itself. Or by projecting a future society, we can examine possible ways in which men could order their affairs. But in science fiction, as in every other kind of story, it is real here and now experience on which we draw, and our work always refers back to that same reality.
In each generation, there is a greater or lesser interest in fantastic and marvelous events. Some expansive cultures are excited about strange, far-off places and future times. Others, perhaps more introverted, perhaps more frightened, tend to shy away from the strange. But the continuity of the audience for fantastic literature has come down through the ages, right the way back to Lucian of Samosata, and on through, one might mention Gulliver's Travels, one might mention Rider Haggard's She. Essentially, the impulse seems to be the same, although the nature in which it is manifest varies according to the culture.
What it is that we're beginning to realize and recognize ourselves as part, literally, of the universe, not just of ourselves and number one, but our responsibility to the entire universe. We throw a cigarette butt down on the grass, or we throw our picnic lunch in the lake. That's not just us getting rid of our garbage so we don't have to be burdened with it. Man, we are screwing up the ecology, and that's all the ecology. That's the whole planet. And that means that we're thinking in larger terms.
As far as the structure of the field is concerned, it has changed. And the change has come in a broadening out and in more and greater flexibility. You've got more ground you can cover. There are more things you can talk about. There are more ways in which you can write. I think it's changed for the better all the time, probably not year by year, but period by period. But there was no restriction ever for a man to go out as far into left field as he wanted to. But seeing other people do it, it gives you an encouragement. It sort of gives you a license to go out and to match what they're doing, or even to go beyond where they've gone.
What science fiction writers individually and science fiction as a kind of normative forecasting of the future in general offers us then is not predictions about the future so much as a sort of mail-order catalog of possible alternate futures. And from this we can compile a shopping list of the sorts of futures we would like to see and then proceed to bring them about.
If any fiction can offer us answers, can move us to action, it may well be speculative fiction. Maybe not in the same way that Uncle Tom's Cabin, helped move the Civil War, or Frank Norris's books moved to social reform in the 30s, but perhaps in helping this revolution of thought, of literally opening people's minds.
That is, the mainstream fiction is about the world as it is or it was, and it ignores the fact that it's changing, and it seems to me the basic truth, reality about our world today is that it's changing very rapidly, primarily because of technological change. And it seems to me that this is the first fact of reality, and accepting this change makes science fiction realistic in a way that mainstream fiction is not. We're excited with the idea that science and reason can make a better society, a new world, that it can give us sorts of experience that we can't have in the world today.